Hey guys, welcome back to another great episode of the Black Ranger Review. I'm your host, Nick. I want to give a quick thank you to everyone who watched my last video. We got 100 views on the last video. I know that's not a big deal to a lot of people, but to me it is. I never had that many views on one video. And I was reviewing the issue 40 of Necessary Evil, Power Rangers Necessary Evil. And I want to give just a thank you to everyone who watched it and helped me build this Ranger community with everyone. I really appreciate it. So, like the title says, we're going to be talking about Boom Comics today. I decided to show off my collection a little bit. I was on a little trip to see a wrestling show, AEW Live. It was fantastic. So I went to Jacksonville and the Orlando area, and I decided to get a bunch of variants. I'm a big comic book collector in general. I have thousands of different comics from Marvel, DC, Dark Horse, Image. I collect comic books from everything. So, but I've never been into variants, really. I just get one issue, and I get a bunch of trades, and that's about it. But, you know, I love Power Rangers, so why not have that as an excuse to get into the variant culture of comic books? If you don't know what variants are, it's just an exclusive, different cover of the first cover of a comic book. And I have quite a few nice variants from Power Rangers. And it's also great timing to do this video, because just today they announced that they're doing a crossover between Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles. My first thought was, how's that going to work since they already met before? Is it going to mess up the continuity? But really, if they're just meeting the other comic book version, they could be just going to their world or vice versa. So it doesn't really matter. And it's a comic book, whatever. So I'm really excited about that. It's being written by Ryan Parrott, which is awesome. The art I remember reading, it's the same guy who did the art on Beyond the Grid. And if you've seen my other videos, I'm not too crazy about his art. So, but it also depends on how the writer translates it. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I'm sure we're going to get some more fun announcements this weekend at Comic-Con, because it's going to be fun. I've also heard some rumors that we're going to get some official information from Hasbro about the future of Power Rangers and where a possible movie might go, which I'm sad it's not a sequel. I liked the last movie, actually, but we'll talk about that for another review video. So anyway, let's look at my comic book collection. This is kind of just me showing you my comic book Power Ranger collection. Not my whole comic book collection, because that'll take a few hours. Now to start this, I needed a special short box for my comics for just the Power Ranger stuff. And while I was in Jacksonville, I went to a comic book store called Gotham City Comics. Now, I'm going to talk about a lot of different comic book stores. I can't remember all their names, I'm sorry, but they were all very nice and very nice to me, helping me find it. Because a lot of comic book stores either put it in M for Mighty Morphin or P for Power Rangers. I found a handful that actually separate Go-Go and Mighty Morphin for their alphabetical order of their books. I think just put it in P. It's all Power Rangers. You don't separate all of the X-Men books from Uncanny to whatever. Anyway, so I needed a short box, and look what they have. A special Power Rangers themed short box. Only $13. You can still get it online. I'll even put a little link on the description. Really sturdy, really beautiful. Now I'm like, well, I guess this is going to be the beginning of the end of my weekend, getting a bunch of variants to stuff in this box. It can hold, I think it said like 170 issues in here. I'm a bag and boarder. You know, I like to put it in a nice sturdy to make sure the book doesn't get messed up. So, without further ado, let us begin. I'm saving the best 3 things for last, but I'm going in order from the series. I'll talk a little bit about why I love these comic books as I show these. So, here is the 0 issue. Not issue 1, they started out with a 0 issue. This is the Black Ranger variant cover. They have a variant cover for each Ranger. I think the most exclusive one is the White Ranger and the Yellow Ranger, I want to say. I mean, I don't care about how much they cost. It's exclusive to me and my collection. You know, I'm not selling these anytime soon. But it's a beautiful cover. I have another cover I'm going to show in a little bit later, but this is the Black Ranger one, because Black Ranger review. This one also, issue 1, the very first cover, very first issue of Power Rangers. Now we're getting to Shattered Grid, where basically when the event started, it came in this bag where you didn't know what cover you're going to get. So you can get one of the Ranger helmet covers, or you can get like these exclusive Draken holding a crystal, or Draken holding the Dragon Dagger, I think. And those were like kind of high expensive. So you never know. And I almost bought one. I almost bought one of the covered up issues because I just didn't know, but I also have 5 different variant cover issues, and I don't want to end up just getting another one for no reason, but I know it's $20, so. But let's start. I have the Black Ranger variant cover signed by Kyle Higgins himself, which was really cool meeting him. I just got at a place called Banff Comics in Jacksonville, very, very nice place, the Pink Ranger variant cover, and also the Blue Ranger variant cover. Then I found a place called, it's called A Comic Shop, that's it, also in Jacksonville. Variant cover, kind of like cool art design, and then what they call a virgin cover, meaning like no text on it at all, of the same thing. Very cool. Then I have the Shattered Grid Annual, signed by Kyle Higgins, the writer at the time. And I believe this was the original cover for Shattered Grid, a really beautiful cover. But because I was subscribing, I got the variant, which is also awesome. Now, before we keep going, I want to talk a little bit about Boom Comics and their history with this right now. I feel like this series has actually brought me back into Rangers a few years ago. When I was reading it, I remember how much I loved these characters, and I wasn't watching that show at the time. I think it might have been Ninja Steel. And I didn't really care that much, and I had my little collection of stuff here and there, but the Boom Comics really ignited my fandom again. I really appreciate Boom Comics doing that, and Kyle Higgins' great writing. And I still say the best Ranger story we've ever had is Shattered Grid, in any medium. Shattered Grid is the best Power Ranger story ever, hands down. If you don't know where to start with the comics, it's a little weird, because you could start with Mighty Morphin Book 1, but technically you can start with Go-Go Book 1 because it's prequel to Mighty Morphin. But I'll get more into it as we go on. So here's, I want to say issue 32. It's a variant. I would love to get this signed by the Red Ranger himself, by Andros. I love this cover. It's beautiful. And another variant from that series, I want to say issue 39, of all these Solar Ranger costume. Like, I knew I had to get that one. I love, say what you want about the actual series at the time, I love the Solar Ranger costumes. Really, really cool. I recently showed this one in the last video, my White Ranger foil cover, which we're getting more of apparently. Every issue is going to have a foil cover representing the other ones, like Aisha and Rocky and Adam. I also got another issue 40 variant, which apparently is expensive and popular. This one right here, I got that at Coliseum Comics. And now we're getting to Go-Go territory. About Go-Go, if you don't already know, Go-Go Power Rangers comic takes place like right after the first episode. And everything that happens in it is before they meet Tommy. Mighty Morphin kicks off right after Green with Evil, where Tommy is now a Ranger. And they still haven't done a Green with Evil book. I'm assuming they're going to announce that soon, like a special trade just about Green with Evil, but we'll see. So I have a variant of Go-Go number 1. Really nice stuff. And then they did a book called Forever Rangers to kind of cap off the year 1 or like season 1 of Go-Go. That's a little variant cover I thought was really nice. And then I think a very underrated series about the Pink Ranger, a 6-issue mini. This was a variant cover from that 6 issues. I really want to get her to sign that. I got this also at Coliseum Comics. Really want to get Kimberly, Amy Jo to sign this. Beautiful, beautiful cover. And now it's time for like my prized possessions over here. So if you want to read the books, I'll put some links in the bottom, and I'll show some stuff here. If you want to actually start the series, you have to get the trades, which is like 6 issues, 5 to 6 issues in one booklet. I got those, but then I had a chance to get an omnibus, which is like a collection of issues, usually like 3 or 4 trades worth in one collection, sometimes more. So they had book 1 or year 1 of Power Rangers, but that book went away real fast. If you can find it, it's gonna be like 300 or more, which is crazy. I happened to get one in a slipcase from a Boom booth at Ranger Stop. Great convention. I'm gonna be there again this year. But at Ranger Stop, Boom Comics was there, and they gave me an amazing deal for year 1 of Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I also have Year 2. Year 2 should still be okay to find for like $75. But Year 1's hard to find. And I got it signed by JDF. This is the also cover of Year 1. Beautiful, beautiful cover. You get every cover of every issue in the back. And you get a special exclusive story in every year book, basically. Also got another signature inside by JDF to me and my girl when we met him. And signed by Kyle Higgins. So that was amazing find, and it's an amazing book to have, and it feels like it's sturdy. It's amazing. Then I have kind of a pet project I'm working on. When it's done, I'll put it in a frame. I'm trying to get this signed by every original Ranger. So I have black, pink, red, yellow. I gotta meet JDF again to get him to sign his corner. I have to meet David Yost to get him to sign his. He doesn't come to Florida as often as JDF. JDF, I'm not concerned that I'm not gonna see him anytime soon. You know, I'm sure I'll see him again. But this is the very first annual. If you don't know comics too well, an annual is a special issue they put out every year when there's a series going on, full of like mini stories, like 3-4 page stories. And this is the very first one, and it's a beautiful cover, and I'm trying to get it signed by all of them. So I got 2 more left. Wish me luck. And now, kind of like my pride and joy, until this is complete, my pride and joy, I have it in a frame. This is the 0 issue with the Red Ranger. What's special about this, I have it signed by Austin St. John, by Rocky, and by Genki, the Sentai Red Ranger. All 3 signed it for me. So that's kind of like my pride and joy right now. This issue got nicely framed and everything. Yeah, love this one. So that's for the most part, I obviously have like regular issues in this box, but those are my kind of special variant issues I wanted to show you guys, and just, yeah, show you my collection. I want to show you all my SH figure arts and all my regular figures soon. But this weekend is Comic-Con. We're going to get a lot of news. Maybe I'll do some videos on that. I want to do some videos on the movies, on both the original classic movie, because I have it on Blu-ray now, and the current movie that's not getting a sequel, sadly. But thank you guys for watching. My last video, I mentioned that my podcast is coming soon. It is out. We have 3 episodes, I believe, out right now. It's called Super Sentai Sidekicks, where we talk about every episode of the current Sentai series, Ryusoulger. Even if you don't care about Sentai, I think you'll enjoy our podcast where we just talk about it, and me and my girlfriend kind of shoot the shit and talk about everything going on. And yeah, thank you guys. I'll see you next time.